Okay, hello everybody. I'm Jimmy, and this is First Gen Mini Rescue, and I'd like to welcome you all. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time, I'm glad you found me, and welcome. Today is not the day to do any kind of mechanical work. For those of you who know, I do all my work outside. We have a gravel driveway, not even asphalt for the moment. And we've had our fourth or fifth round of snow. Let me show you that real quick. Just what's left, I guess, you know. So if you look outside there, it's just, you know, snow. So it's not the time to be doing any outside work on the cars, unless it was an emergency, then you do what you got to do. But anyway, let me read the fortune for today, which is something I do every video. I'm going to read the fortune and then tell you just a little quick snippet about this video. All right, fortune cookie wisdom, words to live by, available on Amazon. However, it's not sponsoring this video. I wrote it. Well, I compiled it, I should say. Anyway, here, fortune cookie wisdom, words to live by. All right. Today's fortune is, your good deeds are never forgotten. Your good deeds are never forgotten. You know, that brings up a good point. To me, that's self-explanatory. Do some good deeds. Don't be afraid to help somebody out just for the fact of helping them out. Don't expect things in return. Just believe me, trust me, the feeling you get from helping somebody is payment enough. I mean, that to me, now, you know, you may want payment for your time, and that's fine. Your time is valuable, whatever. But like just today, I helped a man, an older gentleman. Look at me calling somebody else older. He was parked, there was still ice on the ground, and he was kind of unsteady walking. So I escorted him all the way to his car, made sure he got in his car safely. Now, I didn't want anything in return. I just wanted to make sure he was safe, because, you know, it's just the right thing to do. So, and believe, I feel good about that, you know. So anyway, so your good deeds, you got it. Anyway, today, it's cold out here. I don't have a heater in this shop here, or storeroom, whatever you want to call it. It's everything to me. Shop, storeroom, warehouse, whatever, which I do need to clean and organize, and most people know that. Anyway, I'm going to update my board, my whiteboard here, with the projects I got going on. And I know lately, most of my projects have been Subaru oriented. And that's because I'm like the t-shirt my daughter bought me. I'm the warranty for our vehicle. And also my daughter trusts me in fixing hers. And when she needed her wheel bearing, I fixed her wheel bearing. Then she told me about another problem. So I went and got some valve bodies, and we have on our Subaru Forester, sometimes when we start the car, first thing in the morning, we get those 3 lights. But if we shut the car off and start it right back, the 3 lights are gone, and they probably don't come back the rest of the day. So to me, that tells me that once the coil warms up, it either makes a better connection or whatever. It doesn't throw the fault all the time. So I do want to fix that. So when I went to my happy place, I purchased 2 valve bodies, because that's usually the problem, is the solenoids in the valve bodies. I'm going to ohm test them before I even try to install them. I'm going to test them and get all of the parameters of the solenoids. But in the meantime, I also bought Dorman solenoids, and I'll test those. Well, I already tested them to make sure that they're in the spec that the Subaru calls for. And I'll install ours, and I'll also, the next time I'm going up to West Virginia, I'll install our daughter's. But for the mini people, recently we traveled. We went to the Czech Republic, we went to Prague, and we went to Karlovy Vary for Sharon's birthday. And everywhere we travel, whether it's domestic, whether it's international, I always look at minis. You drive a Mini, you can't help but see other minis. So I like to take a look and see what people are driving, which minis they're driving. And I also really keep my eye out for the first generation Mini, because these cars are 20 years old plus. And for someone to keep that car that long and using it on the road, they're pretty much an enthusiast, you know? So I like to, if the person is there, I like to talk to the person if I can, if there's no communication barrier. And if the person is not there, I'll walk around and look at the car. Sometimes I'll leave a business card. I have a card that says First Gen Mini Rescues. And I'll leave a card, and it has the QR code where you can come right to my site and check it out. So I'll put that under the windshield wiper or something like that. Anyway, so this first one was in Karlovy Vary. We were getting ready to leave, actually, on our way to Prague. We had been there for 3 days. I didn't see any minis whatsoever. Of course, there were a lot of fancy cars there. Your G-Wagons, there was a couple of Ferraris, a couple of big Mercedes, whatever. But no minis. I didn't see any minis. There was Skodas and other vehicles we don't have here in the United States. So that's kind of cool too. But so this first video is a mini that I saw the day we were leaving Karlovy Vary, heading back to Prague. Dobrý den. That's how you say hello here in the Czech Republic. Wait a minute. Ambulance going by. Anyway, what we have here is a Mini Cooper 1. I think it's a diesel. We don't have that here in the United States. However, it's the first generation. It looks like to me an 05, maybe 2005, but it's a nice color. So right now I'm in Karlovy Vary, which for those of you who know, the movie Last Holiday with Queen Latifah and LL Cool J was filmed. But of course, when I run into a Mini, I gotta check it out. So there we go. Their steering wheel's on the same side as ours. So they're left-hand drive here. He's got winter tires because it is winter. It's January 2025. But yeah, it's decent shape. It's got some rust though. I see rust in a couple of places. But they get a lot of snow here. So anyway, just figured I'd drop that in for a minute. Have fun with your minis, even all the way in the Czech Republic. Okay, now once we got to Prague, which is about 2 hours by bus, hour and 48 minutes, whatever it is, by bus, there were a few minis that we saw. Sharon got this first one while she was looking out our hotel window. Oh, I just leaned on the light. Turn that back on. Sharon got this first one while she was looking out our hotel window. So I'm going to stick that video in here. But one thing I did notice, and then I thought about it, Prague must have a very good summer season, because most of the minis we saw were convertibles. They were the cabriolet. I don't know what they call them over there in Europe, but we call them, convertibles. So out of the maybe 4 or 5 we saw in Prague, and some we didn't get pictures of, there was I think 3 of the 4 or so were convertible. So that's pretty neat to know. So for all of you international convertible people, you guys are out there, and I think we got to go back to Prague sometime in the summer and check it out, because convertibles are kind of fun. So right now, like I said, I'm just going to update my board here and get my projects going. These are magnetic, like where you put your sockets and stuff. I got these from Harbor Freight when they were on sale for, I don't know if it was Christmas or whatever they was on sale for, but I only paid $1 a piece for them. So I bought like 8 of them. So I'll be using them different places here and over in my bee shed, because some of you know I'm also a beekeeper. So anyway, all right, so let me update the board. I left the boat stuff on there. I'm just gonna put Subaru next because that's the squeaky wheel for me, you know. So in other words, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. The actual car, I wanna go ahead and fix the valve body on ours and then make that trip up to West Virginia to fix the valve body on Candace's, our daughter, her car. Anyway, so really, that's it for this video because like I said, I'm not doing anything outside. It's too cold. We're not gonna get above freezing. It's 32 degrees. And that's the high for today, which is 0 degrees Celsius. See, I didn't even have to look that one up. But yeah, so like I said, there's no outside work going on. And in here is 32 degrees out there. It's probably 34 degrees here, which is probably like 1 degree Celsius, because other than the walls, there's no heat, no insulation. So I'm not gonna stay out here that long either. But thank y'all for watching. I know the Mini Cooper people, you've been kind of lacking because most of the videos lately have been on Subaru. But again, I do all the maintenance on everything. And so that's what's been happening right now that I need that's emergency wise. Other than, you know, I fixed the riding lawnmower, or I call it the yard mule, because it doesn't have the mower deck. I just use it to move the trailer around, but you guys don't want to see that. That's just some other maintenance that I do around the house. Anyway, so that's it. I'm gonna close this one out. I know it's not much, but it's just it's just what I do. I gotta let you guys know I'm not just doing mini stuff. I do other things, and I'm getting bees ready for the season. It's almost spring. So yeah, I gotta get the bees situated so that they don't swarm on me. And I do have to build some more beehives. So if you're interested in that, that's Jimmy's Neighborhood Bees. It's on YouTube. There'll be a link in the description. And come check me out doing bees. The spring is starting to get here, so there'll be more more getting into the beehives than I have been in the past, because in the winter, we don't get into the bees. We let them be. Get it? See what I did there? Anyway, y'all have a good one. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm rambling. And I'll talk to y'all later. And have fun with your minis and your Subarus, even in some light snow. We only got 5 inches, but that was a lot for us. Anyway, all right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.